So you're about to do it. You're about to buy weed for the first time. What should you do? What should you know? Let's assume you're doing it legally. If you're doing it illegally, go through a homie, bring a homie with you, and of course, be careful. Now, if you are purchasing from the dispo, the first thing I would ask you is why do you want it? And do you want to smoke it like a pre roll? Do you want to put it in a bong? I wouldn't necessarily recommend dabbing for the first time. I might do a vape instead of that. Beverages are a great first time option to get used to the feeling, along with edibles, taking a very small dose. You don't want to take too much into these. Start low and build your way up. So that'd be the first thing I'd ask myself is kind of why do I want to do it and what am I looking for? Are you doing it as a way to get more energy or maybe you're doing it as like a pre-workout? I would buy something stimulative. Are you doing it to go to sleep? Look into sleep products. Do your research definitely is a crucial thing. A lot of sleep products have varying amounts of CBN in them, different levels of CBD to THC, different qualities different like level tiers of quality with each of those. It might be a THC distillate. Some might use a live resin or rosin. There might be 1 milligram of CBN compared to 10 or 15. And I'm going to tell you right now that it's going to take experimenting to find what works best for you. So, for your first time, I'd recommend just buying a couple little things. Maybe buy a pre roll or like an eighth, maybe buy a little pack of gummies, and then maybe buy a drink. And then that's a nice way to see what form factor you like. Smoking's always the quickest and fastest way to feel it. And the reason I didn't say dabbing to start is I'm just getting into dabs more now. I've been smoking for 16 years. Is that they hit me so hard, they fuck my lungs up, they hit my throat hard. And that's just me. That's kind of how I am and how I roll. But I've been, getting more into it. The flavor's so good. Those terps, though, in these concentrates is amazing. So even somebody like myself who's been smoking a lot, dabs still hit me pretty dang hard. And then when I was saying the research, there's so many tools out there. Go on my page if you want. There's thousands of other cannabis pages, articles, and all this. But with that comes a lot of misinformation. And you got to go through it. You got to compare things. What I've learned the most from personally, I've consumed not as much anymore. When I first started this channel like 5 years ago, I consumed a fair amount of content. Most of the content I consume these days is like through LinkedIn and kind of industry stuff. But when I was getting really into infusions, there was so much information out there. And I just had to learn. And how I personally learned the best was doing it. You can overthink all day about making edibles, but you just got to get started. You can watch 100 videos and you still just got to do the first batch. Same with like smoking. You can watch 100 YouTube videos, weed tubers smoking weed, talking about, what's good for you, but you just got to get out there and try it. I'll also throw this in. Maybe look for too if you do, have anxiety in general. Most people in society do have it at one point or another. But if you're in like typically a very anxious person, or you drink caffeine and you get really anxious, I might look for like a CBD heavy strain and see what that's about. But that's just what I think for like the first time buying. Just do your research, try a couple different things, and just start low and slow, and you can build your way up. And in addition to like digital content, so many of these stores I go to have like really, really knowledgeable workers. So take the time, talk to them. All I would ask, doesn't really fucking matter. But if you do take somebody's time and talk to them for 20 minutes about what you should get in your first time patient, you should probably tip them. Plus, you're going to get a fat first time patient discount, which is always nice. And you could take advantage of that at other shops around. I've met so many people. They're like, I pop around. I've been to so many shops because I like the first time discount. I like finding a shop I like and the bud tenders I like and the people I like. And those are the ones I frequent the most. Also, this is a little side note, but I was reading an article that it's so true. Like it's all about location of like where you are in vicinity to the dispensary. Cause I was thinking that's what I do for grocery stores. I go and always have gone to the grocery store that's basically the closest to me, unless there's like a night, if there was like a Vons and a Sprouts a little farther, I go to Sprouts. But get out there, check it out. These are just my tips for, first time buyers, guys. Let me know if you have any questions and I can help you, especially if you're thinking about a certain product or something like that. And also be aware too of edibles and their onset time and stuff like that. Thank you guys. Talk soon.